in Fitbit don't lie news. Oh, it does.
Does it?
It does.
You have a Fitbit?
Yeah.
She loves it, man.
I do like it, but I do think it lies.
Why?
Because I'll read. Okay, so sometimes like it alerts you 10 minutes before the hour every hour to go take 250 steps. But sometimes it does it like while I'm brushing my teeth or whatever, and it will be like, you need to go take 250 steps. And then it'll say by the end of me brushing my teeth that I took 250 steps. But I didn't.
You're wearing
I was
it?
brushing my teeth.
You don't like that.
So yeah,
She
so
jerks me off and it takes a long time. And so she did like 7 miles.
and I'm like, why am I not losing any weight?
Andrew, you're talented.
Oh, because it thinks
You're
running.
she's fine, but she's
Yeah.
didn't go anywhere.
But so like I could just be like,
Kilometer.
when it's like 250 steps, I could just be doing like this all day. And then I'll be like, you ran like 5 miles, and I'll be like, wow, I'm gonna lose a lot of weight, but then I don't.
They gotta put it on your ankle.
Submitted by I wish Gio and Bart happy healthy baby.
Oh, thank you.
Happy healthy baby.
Happy healthy baby.
Happy healthy baby.
Cops use a murdered woman's Fitbit to charge her husband.
What?
Didn't think of the Fitbit. That's crazy. He got everything right but the Fitbit.
It doesn't work. Oh, they said I didn't think of the Fitbit.
Oh, well, I mean, I definitely wouldn't have think of that either.
Does the Fitbit GPS you?
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Dude, I would just, if I'm representing myself, which I would do in a murder case.
Awesome.
Yeah, thank you. If I was the accused and I'm representing myself, which I would do.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, thank you. No, I would depose the Fitbit like it's somebody from Fitbit, and I'd be like, okay, so you want to tell me this shit 100% works? Because what about when she used to jerk me off and it said like she went for many miles, and the guy would be like fucking, you know what I mean? Because they know it's not 100% accurate. Come on,
It's not.
It can't be.
there's no way.
I didn't walk 250 steps while I was brushing my teeth. That would
You
be
just went like
silly.
this.
That's too far from the sink.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so this story is about Richard and Connie. Richard is 40 years old. Connie was 39 years old.
Oh, was. Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
He killed her?
This all takes place
killed
in
himself?
Connecticut.
Connecticut.
So back on December 23rd, 2015, Richard claims, so I'm going to tell you his timeline first, okay?
That's almost Christmas.
Like, so his side of the story.
Yeah.
Is it on Christmas? Or is it the night before Christmas?
2 days
Two
before
nights
Christmas.
It's the day before Christmas Eve.
is 24th, yeah. So his story is that sometime before 8:30 a.m., he took his 2 sons to the bus stop and he returned home for his work shirt. At 8:30, he left for work while Connie was still at home getting ready for her class at the YMCA. Between 8:45 and 9 a.m., he returned home because he forgot his laptop. He also got a text alert that their house alarm had been activated. Richard heard a noise and went upstairs to investigate. He claimed that he saw an intruder, which was a masked man about 6 feet 2 inches, a stocky build, wearing camouflage mask and gloves. The intruder manhandled him and began torturing him with a blowtorch while being strapped to a chair. He claimed the intruder stabbed him with the box cutter as well. They started a fight when he heard his wife return home and yelled for her to run. The intruder walked downstairs and followed Connie to the basement, according to Richard.
She ran to the basement, which makes sense.
I know, right?
And how does he
Why
know
go
if
to the
he's,
front
if
door?
he's
That's
tied up?
obvious.
Exactly, if he's tied up. I
How does he
just
know where
this-
she went?
The story just has so many holes. Richard attempted to go after them, but he ended up tripping down the stairs. He claimed that he heard a gunshot.
Such a hero.
But he couldn't hear Connie for about 5 minutes. That's when the intruder pointed the gun at him, and that's when he wrestled with the suspect.
Anyone.
He burned the intruder's face with the torch, and the intruder dropped the torch, put his hand to his face, and ran out. So he said.
Oh, what a hero.
About 10:11, he crawled back up the stairs with the chair still attached to his wrist. He pressed the panic button on his alarm, and he also called 911. So that's his story.
And then I bet you anything, he stood there with the chair still attached to his wrist so that he could look like he got captured when the cops came, because he thinks that's pretty dope. I bet you anything.
Hey, you guys see this? Yeah,
I-
I didn't bother to take it off. I just.
Yeah, I just wanted to, I couldn't get out of it, so. It's a pretty good knot that I didn't tie.
Just want to make sure you guys see this.
Yeah, so police, they were scouring the entire area, but they couldn't find a suspect. The canines were brought in to locate someone running from the property, but the only thing that they picked up on tracked directly to Richard.
Oh, shit.
He just kept sniffing.
Richard's like, fucking dog.
The investigators also found no evidence of a forced entry, and nothing in the house was taken. And also, so then the cops were able to obtain search warrants for Connie's Fitbit, both cell phones, computers, and the house alarm logs. So this is what the evidence timeline is. At 9:01, Richard logged onto his computer at home. At 9:04, he sent his supervisor an email saying an alarm had gone off at his house and that he needed to go back and check on it. At 9:23, Connie's Fitbit registered movement. At 9:40 through 9:46, she was active on Facebook, posting videos on her page with her iPhone, and the IP address was the same as at home. Between 9:18 to 10:05, she was at home. Her Fitbit recorded a distance of 1,217 feet.
Could be jacking off.
Very possible.
1,000 feet, come on.
Yeah, but they're saying, so the cops were saying, so they were using this against him because they said that it would take Connie to walk from her car to the basement where it was that she died, no more than 125 feet. So it was very clear that she was involved in some sort of struggle.
Or brushing her teeth.
Because it was like 1,000 times.
Yeah, 1,217 feet.
I couldn't last that long.
Yeah, so let's do it.
No way. That's way too long.
Yeah, and so another thing that worked against him is the fact that he attempted to make a claim for his wife's life insurance policy for $475,000 5 days after she died. So it's like,
Well, she did die. I mean,
yeah, but I guess that just
But
raised
didn't
more
even get
eyebrows.
cold, man.
I don't think that would be the first thing on my mind. Life insurance is one of those things that's like,
Later.
oh yeah, I have that thing. Because the first 4 days you're like, why you had to go, baby,
Yeah.
why? But maybe I would be, what? I could use that money for a new house.
yeah, I
Like,
mean,
don't know.
475 G's is like, you think about it. You think about it.
That is a lot. 2 days of mourning, third day probably.
Probably you like shopping online.
Yeah. I wanted a new boat and share with you.
You're adding the cart. You're not checking out yet. So that's all.
on
That's
your
all
wish
I'm
list.
saying. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're wish listing.
Yeah, so Richard was charged with tampering with or fabricating physical evidence, providing a false statement, and murder. His bond was set for $1 million, which he posted.
Oh, fuck.
And so he's just expected to appear in court soon. So, and he also admitted to having an extramarital affair that resulted in a pregnancy. But he was vague about whether the fact the wife knew about it or not.
This guy's crazy.
Yeah, and he has money.
So he planned to
Yeah, how
kill.
does he have? He has some bread then. If he could lay down.
A $1 million.
$1 million?
Well, no, it's like what we have to do 10%
Bail
or
bonds?
something.
Yeah, it's 10% or something. Yeah. Yeah.
He
Oh,
probably
right, he put it against the house or something. Yeah.
That's a shit ton, even if it's 10%.
I love sitting at the bank and being like,
100,000.
"Hi, how are you?" And like you're wearing dress pants and shit, and you're like, "Okay, so I need to put a lien against my house because I got a murder trial coming up." You know what I mean? Like, what's that conversation like?
Trying to post bail.
Yeah.
So
Oh.
they are.
Oh wow, he's got the bug eyes.
Whoa, he looks fucking nuts.
He looks like he kills.
He's got fucking wall eyes, dude. You can't get away from him no matter where you go.
He's got the Mona Lisa eyes.
He's been staring at me the whole time.
Damn, dude, it's like Haunted Mansion eyes.
Yeah.
She does too.
She's a victim. She's a victim,
That's what he looks like now.
Damn, his eyes look nuts.
How did he turn into ISIS?
right?
Like, what the fuck? Go back?
ISIS with the fade,
He's like a white guy, and then now he's an ISIS
and
guy.
all of a sudden he looks like Middle
Damn,
Eastern of
that's
some
what a
sort.
beard does.
That's crazy.
He was the ISIS guy all along.
Oh.
Is his lawyer laughing at him? Why is he so happy?
Yeah, his lawyer had a weird.
Yeah, go back to the picture. Look at him.
This guy?
Yeah.
He's like, this guy?
You're a
He
fuck
could never
buddy.
kill someone.
Right.
Looks like he was like mid-sentence.
He looks like an oil man. He's like, "Wait, they just launched another war." Like that kind of shit, you know?
When you go back to his house, that's a huge
That's
house.
a beautiful house.
God
Look at that
damn.
yard. Oh my god, my dogs would love that.
That looks like they would have like a lake in the back or something.
Yeah.
You know a house is nice when it doesn't have fences.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't even
area
need
is
fences. That's dope.
Because my dogs would just run
So
away.
wait, that was the only evidence that you
You're
took
such
the
a dog
Fitbit?
mom. I love it.
Did you hear what he said? He's like, my dog.
One dog. She likes to travel.
He's like, look at guys, look at how beautiful yard, and they're like, see ya, motherfucker.
Yeah. She's a wanderer, that bitch.
But see, that's the thing is like they only used the Fitbit to convict this guy because it said 1,200 steps instead of 125 steps. You know?
Well, I mean, they used more than that. The fact that the timeline was wrong, the IP address,
and the Facebook post,
the alarm going off, like everything used. But I mean, the media is using
Oh, the
Fitbit
Facebook
as
post-
like a clickbait.
The Facebook post was from his computer. Her phone. Oh, okay.
The home's IP address. Yeah. So with the alarm going off, it's kind of like, huh, how did you know? Nothing was happening there, buddy.
I bet it lowered the dog's self-esteem. They're like, dude, I tracked them to him, and you're gonna use the Fitbit over my testimony?
And the dog's actually an officer too. It's a legitimate officer.
He's like, fuck, what am I even working for?
I don't mean to
I'm
make
going on
light of
vacation.
this, but I do think it's very funny that like we give dogs like awards when they do things because they're cop dogs or whatever, and I think it's hilarious that the idea that the dog is sitting there while it gets an award and it's thinking like I'm getting an award. Like there's no
There's
way.
no shit.
There's no way it knows it's.
Just sitting there like it's just a day.
I gotta eat. I gotta shit. I wanna walk. I wanna drink. I wanna hang out. I wanna play. I wanna get that bug.
Yeah.
That's it.
And the cocaine.
There's nothing. What is it?
And find
Oh yeah, I
cocaine.
want to smell the thing so I get a treat.
Yeah.
It's just it's the fucking. But not the dog doesn't sit there swelling with pride like as it gets a fucking
But
medal.
it's cute. It's
Or
cute.
the dog gets a fucking badge. I think that
It's
shit's so
cute.
funny. Oh,
Have you ever seen the dog's eyes though? They start to water.
They start to what?
Yeah,
Water.
when they put the badge on, it starts building up.
You haven't seen that YouTube
Have
video?
you ever woke up in the morning and had to clean a bunch of shit out of your dog's eyes because your dog's always doing that shit? Because dogs are fucking gross and they leak all kind of shit out of their body.
Joe's agreeing.
That's nasty.
there.
Wait, they're crying. See what Pixar does to people?
Yay!
Like, look at this shit.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with Pixar. They make great movies.
It's not about Pixar. It's about what it does to you. You understand?
It makes you
It
project
makes you
your feelings.
anthropomorphize everything.
Because you know what? I know that I'm being frauded by my dog. Like, oh, you're acting fucking cute because you're trying to manipulate me and control me.
My cat
but
does
I don't
that.
care.
Damn.
I don't care. I'll take it. I'll fucking take it.
Hey guys, I hope you enjoyed that episode of Just Kidding News. And if you guys want to share a story, there's a link down in the description box below where you can submit your story. If you guys want to watch more episodes, click right up here.